Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, I cheated on my wife with my producer. It became a massive public scandal that caused a lot of pain to a lot of people.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, here we are.
Back
At
again.
it again. It feels weird. It feels a little awkward.
Yeah. Back in a podcasting room.
Yeah.
I mean, we've certainly had a lot of conversations where we've sat like this,
Yeah, that's true.
but not, conversations that are meant for the public.
Mm-hmm. Is it strange to think that people are watching this and listening to it rather than just being in like a therapy setting?
Oh, heck yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm on the verge of like standing up and walking out of this room. Absolutely.
Same.
I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing?
How can I move forward in my life without people knowing the next part of my story if they're still stuck on the 2022 part of my story?
That's kind of the thing, isn't it? And that's the whole reason that we're here, because we're stuck in 2022.
Yeah, at least as far as they know.
Exactly. We have moved on with our lives.
Yeah. We've moved on for a while
We
now.
have moved on with our lives. But
Are you sure about that?
Publicly reestablish the context of who we are, how we relate to each other after being so public with our relationship before.
yeah, I mean,
It's a really strange thing, actually, like that we can't do anything publicly without kind of addressing this first.
You are made of stupid.
well, yeah, I mean, in 2022, it got so big, right? The whole scandal, it grew and grew and grew and grew, to the point where it just became this thing that just like got so much bigger than us.
Yeah.
And like I am a human who has needs. Like I want to have regular friends, and I don't want to like walk up to somebody that I want to be friends with at like preschool and have to start every conversation with like, my personal life is a dumpster fire, as I'm sure you know, but also, do you want to be friends with me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have some really authentic friendships that have started that way.
I remember I have met some people, like made new friends or kind of introduced myself to strangers. It's like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. I'm like, well,
Right?
Here's mine, but couple of caveats. One, I have a lot more followers than you might expect. Two, all of this is pretty outdated. And three, don't Google me. Really, you don't want to be just sort of seen as the sum of your mistakes for me or the sum of your past for you. For a while, I mean, we are still friends. We have children together. We go on trips together.
Right.
Like, there's a spectrum of being together, not together.
Right.
Like there's ways in which we're together, but it's like the way that everyone wants to know, like, are you guys still like an item? Are you guys still a couple? Like,
No, like people ask me, like, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And I mean, the answer is no, absolutely not. How can you forgive somebody for lying to you, for cheating on you? No, fuck no. Like,
it's hard to hear you saying like, fuck no, I don't forgive you. But of course I get it. I mean, I can you're still, as much progress as we've had, you're still very angry.
Yeah, of course I'm angry. I found out about your affair from the fans. I mean, what was so fucked up in my brain that I couldn't actually see what was happening in this picture? Like, the picture was right there in front of me. You know?
Mm-hmm. How did having it become such a public scandal kind of change everything for you? Did it make it worse? Did it make it easier? Did it just sort of make it surreal?
And then when we park outside of the couples therapist's office, and we see that this car has a camera, I was like, I think that person just took a picture of us. And so we went inside and we talked about it a little bit, and then we had our therapy session, and then we came out, and then there were multiple people outside, and it was probably one of the strangest situations that I personally have ever been in. I did not know what to do with my face. And so my reaction when I don't know what to do with my face is I smile.
Yeah.
That is the...
I can see how that caused you to really feel unsafe and mistrusting of the whole world.
Hmm.
What was that moment like when everything changed for you?
Awful, obviously. And I was so like naively. So you were driving a rental, and I just naively looked over to you in the driver's seat, and I was like, why was Grace in New York? Like, I didn't realize Grace was in New York. Why was she, referring to that picture that I had sent to you? And you looked over at me with this look on your face, and it was like the veil just fell, like this, like I knew in my brain that something was going on, but I just sort of refused to believe it. And then when I saw that, like, just wildly guilty look on your face, like you wanted to tell me something, and I didn't even let you say anything. I was like, turn this car around. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember it happening like that. But
How do you remember it happening?
oh, I mean, you asked me a couple of different follow-up questions as I just sort of answered them. And then, once I, answered it in such a way that you knew exactly who it was and what had happened, yeah, then you were like, take me back to the airport.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of sort of delusions and rationalizations that you, as the person doing that, sort of are telling yourself as to why it's not so bad, or why it's going to be okay, or why actually this talked about it in this way. And then it's like, I remember that moment, it all just kind of like fell down, where I could see how devastated and just completely traumatized you were. And then it was just like, oh, everything changed for me as well. I'm like, oh no, this is like, I've been hurting this person that I love this whole time.
You didn't realize until then?
things you tell yourself to kind of sort of compartmentalize, or I guess. Telling yourself the ways in which it's, you know, kind of just lying to yourself, and then, yeah. Is that hard for you to hear?
No, that part's not hard for me to hear. But the partner then has to accept it. And that's exactly what happened. You know, when you told me, suddenly then I had to take all of that guilt and shame of your affair. And it was so much to carry. So much. Like, and I know that it, like, and you know, suddenly something that like you had, that, and it, like the wild thing is that this was something that you had done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I had no part in this. This was not, like, you could even say that you had done this to me, you know? Like
Yeah.
Of like, well, what did you do to make him look elsewhere? You know, were you not a good enough wife? Were you not, did you not make him happy enough? You know? And there was so much shame there. And I'm so tired of holding that. I'm so tired of holding it. Did it ever occur to you that like, not only did you having an affair just it shattered our marriage, but it also, like, all of that guilt and shame, you like hoisted that on me. Like, you gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society you're put in that position. It's certainly not true. If you really like let it sink in just how much you're hurting your partner and how devastating it is, like, how could you do that?
I feel like I'm in a really good place now, and going back to like before I discovered the affair, it feels like going back to this weird fantasy world where like, I don't know, I thought we had this love that like transcended, I don't know. But it was a fantasy. It was like, you know, I trusted you so completely. And I mean, we grew up together. We got married when we were like in our early 20s.
Yeah.
We were babies. We had nothing. I mean, we moved out to LA with just our car full of stuff. I mean, I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. We were just kids. And it's like, it really was a fantasy. And I just think, how could you do that to me? Like, who are you?
It felt like that in that time period for me too.
What happened?
Well, the dream started to break apart for me, and then rather than being able to talk about it or to confront those feelings, I wanted to, I guess I was too afraid to say how I was actually feeling, and because you did nothing to deserve this, and I completely, suddenly, violently shattered our marriage, our relationship, and like everything you knew, and yeah, it was all my fault. It was all choices that I made.
So where do we go from here?
It was a real moment of kind of discovering who your real, true, authentic friends are, and
Yeah.
kind of then cherishing that, and those people that you can kind of be completely yourself with.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You're not just seeing a one-dimensional version of you.
Yeah, totally.
Or like another couple that you're friends with just will say like, hey, like it was shitty what you did, and also everyone goes through hard times, and you move forward the best you can.
Our kids are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
And I mean, they're worth every cent we've spent on therapy. Like,
yeah, because I mean, that's like a big reason why we're working so hard to rebuild.
mm-hmm. I don't even know if I would call it rebuilding. I think we're building something new.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have to view it like that. The past is no longer.
Oh, burn that shit to the ground. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's ironic because at the same time, I think what the internet wants from you is to be a one-dimensional character.
How so?
Well, if you, I think, there's if you make TikToks as like a certain persona or doing a certain joke, if you deviate from that joke, oftentimes your like engagement will plummet. Like people kind of want to like just see it's like, oh, it's like you're a stereotype. You're kind of like that person, and I guess I noticed that in my own work. It's like the things that consistently drew people in were adorable family posts or talking about my wife and then producers lean into that and like craft situations for me. And I don't know, over time it felt super pigeonholed and just like I had to fulfill this one like quadrant in a foursome to just be this like, you know, kind of caricature. So I came up with I don't know, I see myself more as like a host and more as just a vehicle for other people's stories. And I don't know, maybe I can, because of what I've gone through and my past, like connect with people and empathize with people. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you think you're interesting enough?
Is that people really seem to care about the train wreck that I caused.
Would you say that was your rock bottom?
I think the moment for me is you like sent me a text that night that was like, I don't think we can get past this. And it's just sort of like my whole world crashed. I was like, oh, right. What I did wasn't like in our boundaries or in any sort of like what I did was unforgivable, and there's no hope. And I don't think I slept that night. I remember writing you a long letter, and it was ironic. That weekend I was at a wedding, and they like played our wedding song as their dance. And it was like black tie. Everyone's very fancy. I was just like stepping away to cry every 20 minutes.
We are not together. We live separately. We are devoted co-parents to our two beautiful, beautiful children. Wes, who is 7, and Finn, who is almost 5.
Are we dating other people?
I mean, I'm open to dating other people. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
yes, we are dating other people. Yeah.
I think that by kind of moving forward more as individuals, we'll each be able to kind of be the best version of ourselves and to kind of discover maybe parts of ourselves that are less to the forefront when you're like really in a relationship. But you know, that's for us as individuals, but for us, you know, as co-parents, I hope that we raise boys of honesty and integrity that are happy and feel loved. And I hope that we're a team who tells each other what's on our mind, even if it's not always, you know, hard to say or easy to hear. That's what I hope for us, is to have a parenting partnership based on in laughter, in respect, and in honesty.
Me too.
Thank you again to Ariel. Thank you for your honesty, your vulnerability, your directness. This truly meant a lot to me, and thank you for watching. Next week, I'm excited to not be the subject of the episode. I'll be having a conversation with Lara Love Harden. She is a mother who overcame a battle with heroin addiction and eventually was a Oprah book club bestseller. So it's full of insightful and human drama, and you're not going to want to miss it. So see you next week, and take care.